Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to iCraft SMP. Yes, I am definitely still here. In case you saw my last episode and was wondering what happened to Koi, he is still here, and this is the Nether tunnel that I happened to be briefly mentioning on there. My base is currently located at 136, don't worry about the Y, and minus 256. You'll notice where my coordinates are currently, minus 211, which means I gotta go this way a little ways, and negative 338, and this is the closest I can get to 256. So I dug a little ways behind here, and I'm going to show you what is behind here. A couple blocks in, and oh, I'm in 210. Whatever. Well, there we go. Anyway, so yeah, a couple blocks back this way puts me roughly where the where are you signed? Where are you? Roughly where the temporary path to spawn and meta is, but by the way, if I just take that path that goes straight out this way, and for now just put that there, straight out this way, eventually I will actually connect to my area as well. But I kind of want to do my own path, and what I was thinking of doing was building a rail station. I want to build 2 rail stations. And so if I build a rail station here, it's going to be really interesting because it's going to be right up against the mesa area. And I'm not too worried about how big or how wide this is, because that way goes to the wither killing platform. That way goes to all the spawn whatever mesa stuff. So I'm not too worried about how big this rail station could be. It could encompass quite a lot of this, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And what I could do is have a rail cart that goes from like right here and goes all the way to spawn mesa. I don't know how that will turn out, because it honestly is a walk. Don't get me wrong, it's quite a bit of a walk, especially going down to the mesa and anything past the mesa. So if you also notice, let's just go ahead and dig this back out again, I guess. If you also notice, if I go down a little ways here, I not only connect to that, I connect to the minigame portal, which could be a really interesting place to have a stop at least from my own area, stopping at the minigame and or going to the spawn mesa. And also, if I go down this way a little bit, just a touch more, you notice I've already put lights here, and that puts me to the other end of the shopping district as well. So I could actually have a temporary stop that has shopping and mini games on it, even though technically I could walk there. So yeah, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig essentially a 2x2 hole, and that's going to go all the way down, yes, all the way down to where that is at there. And I'll have to figure out what to do with this outside here, because I can work with 1, 2, 3, 4. I can work with a 4x4 entryway. And as you can see with the, where are you, like this one here, for example, encompasses the entire top to bottom. You can see what the Nether one did. The Nether one used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Nether used 7 blocks across, which I could do. I could actually go with that. Okay, so let's see what 7 blocks looks like. It's going to go 1, 2, and 3. That would put me right about here. Let's put a light here just so I know where it's at. And 1, 2, and 3, and that would put me out there, which wouldn't be all bad. I could totally do that. So we'll see what I do with this, okay? Let me get digging. Be back. Everybody, BMS has come to join me. Yay! I guess he was finishing up some recordings and whatnot. I'm going to put a quick sign here saying Koi's, just so that way people just happen to know this. Unkillable right now. What? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh. Oh, he has one of those. He has one of those Totems of Undying. I wonder how many he has of those. How many do you have? How many do you have, buddy? I'm just curious. How many of those do you actually have? He has 2 of them. So he can actually die twice. That is awesome. So you can die twice. Oh my, hiccup. So you guys can die. You sir can die twice. That is totally awesome. He's gonna try to prevent himself from dying. That's awesome. Let's get BMS. Let's try to get rid of this guy. If we can, we're gonna try to catch. Oh boy, the pigmen will be the worst thing for me to hit. Oh, I missed him. Hi. This is so much fun. Must get BMS. Must get BMS. Luke has no idea what's going on here. Alright guys, the path is about done. It cuts right into the spawn mesa area, which I'm going to figure out what I could do there. It also cuts into the mini games area, but this spot right here I had plans on changing up a little bit. Anyhow, so the path goes all the way down here, hangs to left, and then it goes all the way down to my portal. And it crosses over into Jen's portal, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. I left her a couple times asking her what she would like me to do. Oh my god, there's Hiccup, guys. There's Hiccup. I've already edited the section out, but whatever, I'm leaving that one Hiccup in. I'm just not going to deal with it now. Anyhow, we need to do the outside. I actually have a rail design I would like to use, and maybe I will make that the first railway for like right here. And I know I said this earlier in the earlier part of the video, but I'm just going to show you what I was referring to here a little bit. Basically, I have this entire section to work with, and I'm probably just going to make a big giant rail station with an entrance way right about here. Okay, sorry about all the hiccups, but yeah, so I can actually make an entryway that's about 7 blocks wide, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that would encompass pretty much all of this, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, guys, so I'm going to set up the basic design of the railway station, probably on this side here, and let's see what we got. All right, this is going to take me more than a day to realistically work on. Right now, I'm going to work on getting rid of this hiccup. Alright guys, stay tuned. Okay guys and gals, I am looking at trying to build a rail station here. And the downside with the Nether, oh god, you have to be up there. Why? Why do you have to be right there? I'm trying to count. Anyway, the downside with the Nether is, you know, the bedrock that's up here. And that is about 9 blocks above the bottom right down here. And the station I would like to use, ideally, is about 12 blocks high. Which means this all here will be literally, you know, 9 blocks from the floor. And so I have to go 10, 11, and 12. So that would mean I would have to go down by 3 blocks or so. And then go up and see what I could do with that. And I'm not sure how well that's going to work out, or how well it's going to be received by going 3 more blocks down. But I mean, I could. And the risk of going down actually gets greater, because let's just go down 3 blocks, and I'll show you what the problem is with going down 3 blocks. Okay, we're lucky. We are extremely lucky, because at some point this just dips down and you end up dying because there's a giant hole. So we might actually be able to be lucky to have this go down 3 blocks. The other downside with this being 3 blocks down is you can see how low the station will end up being compared to the road here. And that's the other thing I'm really worried about, that I don't know if the station's going to fit well here with the design that I'm looking for, especially if I'm going down 3 more blocks like that. And it would work better, I think, if we go out this way a little ways and do the station out here where the minigame is. And then I can go down 3 blocks for sure and have this entire middle area sunken down. And that potentially could work a lot better versus doing it out over this way, where I'll be blocking up, you know, the spawn, what is it? It's the spawn, the mesa, wither killing platform, all that good stuff. All of that stuff will be in the way here, versus just, you know, having a doorway, having 2 tracks that go out here, and running into a station at the minigame area. And I could totally get off there and just walk my way the rest of the way over here. I don't know. We'll have to play around with that. So let me try to sink down over this way 3 blocks and see what this looks like. Okay, unfortunately for me, up there it's also 9 blocks as well. So I'm going to have to go 3 down one way or another wherever I go here. I'm trying to determine now if I should just leave this as a front yard thing, which then if I do, I could kind of terrace all of this downwards 3 blocks, like in all directions, pretty much all directions. You can get terraced 3 blocks downwards, so that way the main station can realistically be there. This portal, I'm gonna have to find a new place for this portal, because this is the minigame portal, but we actually have 2 minigame portals. So you see that torch there? Yeah, so that's about 22 blocks away. So yeah, and it goes right under that portal, and I have to do some fiddling with that. But I could use the portal. I could play around with it, especially if I move it down just a touch, go that way a little bit. because I haven't quite figured out, because if I include this torch here, and it will actually go all the way down to here, for about 29 blocks is what I'm looking for. There's a big giant porch behind this thing, and then the building itself is a lot smaller. So there's a chance I could keep the portal. There's a chance I have to move it somehow. So I'll have to play around with that. So for now, I'm just going to dig out this space, and that's going to take a while. I don't have any real space for this. Okay, friends, looks like this portal is going to work out extremely well, because when I bring it down, it's going to end up right here, which is right outside of this area here, so it's going to be really nice. This, by the way, is a rail station platform, in case you haven't been able to tell and identify that. So it's going to be kind of cool. There's going to be an access path going this way, hopefully to connect right up against this. Have to figure out how I want this to look here, but I'll worry about that later. This here, I need to do a little bit of work with, because I'm going to eventually have rails sitting on here. And what I may end up doing is shifting this over a little bit, because ideally I would like 2 tracks, one next to the other, separated by a space, ideally. Which means obviously changing that out, and you can see my picture like dead. I seriously dug out this giant hole. I spent majority of about an hour and a half, all the way to midnight, and then some, just digging a hole, basically. You know, it's like, I'm not going to record all that fun stuff. No, because it's a little bit more tedious than it looks, actually. Just going, I fixed my pick twice, actually, to do this hole. Anyhow, so this here is the rough outline of the rail station we're looking at. This is based on a design I saw online from, let's see how long ago this was. Do they even have a date on this? I can't tell. Let's look at this. I don't know. But it's by somebody named Funville. There's no date on this, but hey, it's from like ancient times ago. But anyway, so yeah, so this rail station is something I like. I like the design of it. I just don't like how they styled it, because it's predominantly made out of spruce wood with the occasional like oak wood and a few other random things. But the spruce wood just kind of dominates, because you could totally see the platform here is totally made out of spruce wood. So I don't mind doing the walls in spruce wood, but what I may end up doing later is taking this platform out, changing it to maybe like oak wood, just to kind of give it a nice flavor and just give it a little distinction. And whether or not to keep the outside the way I do, we will see about that down the road. And then also, the building itself, the entire building, I'm not kidding, the entire building is made of spruce wood, including the roof. So we're going to make some changes with that. We're going to make some cobblestone, add some cobblestone trims and whatnot, just to make the roof stand out a bit. As you can see, Gray lives up there. Gray's going to laugh when he comes out of his house. And you can be like, what the heck, dude? You just, like, messed with my house here. Yeah, but, Gray's still gonna have a way to get in. Don't worry. He's just gonna have to kind of go around, up and around. It's not too bad. There's actually 2 spaces in front of that, so it is gonna work out okay. Yes, it really is gonna work out okay. Yeah, he's actually gonna move his place down quite a bit. His place is like what, 6-7 blocks up in the air. And this here, I did say this right. The other thing I was thinking about here was putting this into the ground itself. And that would mean just going down 1 more block ideally, and that way when it goes up here it wouldn't be too bad. And if I do the separation, I would put basically a thing of spruce here, a separation, a thing of spruce here, and the outside. So yeah, but then it's gonna mess up the doorway. So let me take a look at the doorway real quick one more time before I go. Yeah, I could get away with this. Yes, I could. Let me just dig this out right now. Because while my pick survived, anyways, Yeah, I could definitely do this. So I could definitely do spruce, cobblestone, spruce, cobblestone. Ooh, jeez. There's going to be a gas in here one day, don't worry. And the gas is going to burn everything in here. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Yeah, I think it's gonna work out good. Because I could do cobblestone right up against this. And this will hopefully transition pretty well to here. We're gonna see, because if this goes up against this, this will have to go down 1 block, so that way it could just be like down, up. I think it'll work. Guys. So I'm gonna call it quits for today, because I am out of time. It is past my bedtime. I gotta go to work tomorrow. And yeah, I got started with this late because nobody wanted to sleep today, so I had to unfortunately do a lot of stuff. But it was fun. I had a great time this evening. So, if anything, I got my hole dug. I got the basic outline of what the station's gonna look like. In the next episode, I need to first off gather some more resources and then come back to you guys, and we are going to build a rail station and possibly get attacked by ghast along the way. Won't that be exciting? Alright guys, like, subscribe, leave me comments, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye! By the way guys, I should mention that I've been finding quite a lot of decent amount of quartz, and I've been quite fortunate to actually just have convenient access to quartz here. So far I've got quite a few stacks of quartz just kind of saved up, and what I will eventually do with those quartz besides make comparators, I'm not entirely sure, but at least I've got them stacked up.